Now that's just another groove to kickstart your morning.
That's right. Good morning, Fiji. It's Gold FM bringing you the classic hits to fine-tune your morning.
And Fila still trying to fine-tune her voice.
And as always, Pedali still trying to wake up.
Now this is where you'll find us every morning from Monday to Friday.
On Daybreak with Pedali and Fina from 6 to 9. Join us.
Tonight, civil servants urged to work with pride and patriotism. 5 years on, employment relations promulgation under review. And local doctors told to do more research on non-communicable diseases. Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini and you're with FBC News. Civil servants must be patriotic and show pride in their work. That was the message from the Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama at the annual Public Service Excellence Awards in Suva last night. Edwin Nanda reports.
Recognizing the efforts of the civil service, it was time to reflect on the successes and challenges of working as public servants who go the extra mile. Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama pointed out that the civil service is fast becoming a competitive employer.
We must also ensure that we hire and promote civil servants on merit. Our Constitution demands that age, gender, ethnicity and religion must not be barriers. We must choose the best people who will ensure, come what may, that nothing is more important to them than serving all Fijians in a spirit of patriotism.
Various ministries were awarded for their commitment to service, excellence in service and Energy Saver Awards. Bainimarama also mentioned that the PSC has been losing many exemplary civil servants over the years.
There are people who take little pride in their work, who seek to do as little as possible and who occupy positions that could go to deserving people, who will work with a positive attitude and loyalty. Those people are still with us, although I believe their numbers are slowly diminishing.
The president of the University of Ciputra Entrepreneurship Center in Indonesia, Antonius Tanan, was invited as keynote speaker. He's encouraged Fiji to build future businessmen rather than employees.
It is really unimaginable if the government of Fiji can ignite and nurture the spirit and the skill of entrepreneurship in the Fijian people. The future will not be the same again.
The PSC meanwhile says it's ensured that the working environment and conditions for civil servants are comparable to, if not better than, the private sector. Edwin Nand, FBC News.
Voter registration for Fijians living in New Zealand will start next week. The Elections Office is calling on all Fijian citizens living overseas who want to be registered to vote in the 2014 parliamentary elections to submit an expression of interest online. While it's not mandatory, the submission is designed to help the Elections Office plan for the deployment of resources, mainly a registration team. A valid Fijian passport will be required in order to register as an overseas voter.
You know that the first group goes out to New Zealand next week to commence the registration of Fijians living offshore. And that will start off in Auckland and Wellington, and they'll be there for 8 days.
The registration will run from the 23rd to the 31st of this month. Fiji Employment Relations promulgation is going through reforms. Labour Minister Chone Usamate says the current law needs to be changed in line with international benchmarks. Shireen Lata reports.
The Employment Relations promulgation came into effect in April 2008 and has paved a new path in dealing with labour issues. However, it's due for some changes.
Now, 5 years down the line, we've learned a lot from how the law was being put in place, and in this review, we're trying to fine-tune and improve that law so that we can improve the overall, the relationship between labour and management in our country.
After the reforms, the new Employment Relations promulgation will strengthen equal employment opportunities and will prevent any form of discrimination in the workplace. The Labour Ministry will ensure that the promulgation meets international standards.
For a country to succeed, you need very good relationships between the workers and management, and this legislation sets in place an environment to build that kind of a good relationship. If you have a good relationship between management and workers, the country will flourish. It has a good growth.
The Fiji Commerce and Employers Federation has welcomed the idea and will be making submissions on what aspects of employment relations promulgation need changes.
We hope it will remove the ambiguity in the current labour laws and how it is applied and make it more relevant to Fiji's conditions today.
The amendments are likely to be complete by next year. Sharin Lata, FBC News.
Nandi is the fastest growing town in the country, and stakeholders are serious about growing from the jet-set town to a city of hospitality of the future. The Nandi Chamber of Commerce hosted a symposium today to come up with a blueprint for action next year. Christopher Chand with this story.
Nandi has applied to become a city for the second time in more than a decade. The first attempt was in 1999.
At that time, the idea was to have the city declared on the first hour of the new millennium and advertised all over the world that Nandi is the first city of the new millennium. But it did not happen, although we tried our best. Hopefully this time we are going to achieve it.
The most recent application was made in 2011, and over the last 2 years, the council has been exploring ways to expand its town boundary. This is necessary to meet the criteria of having a population of 20,000.
So just make an application to the Minister for City Status, again, a description and a proclamation plan. Then the Minister decides and gazette.
Although Nandi is growing, there are still issues with floods and cyclones, amongst others.
Nandi suffers from this hangover of the sugar industry. And we are fighting really hard because we want the hospitality and tourism industry to move forward. And we haven't yet decided who takes precedence.
Anticipating a major decision soon, the Nandi Chamber has brought these people together to come up with plans for the town as it prepares to become the city of the future. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
Coming up, FBCTV introduces yet another locally produced program.
Sophie.
And I'm Tix.
You can join us on The Breakfast Show
every weekday from Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. right here on Today FM.
That's right.
Nimbula, methangu nimilote na isoro tembua. Nama kia umena rua kina ona na via kavi moniti kina whakarombuka. Rongo mena via sana kina viva ka barota kini ndreko malolo. Ena Radio Fiji 1 na wongani via niano. Ngai nama kia kina.
Welcome back here with FBC News. The World Organization of Family Doctors, commonly known as WONCA, together with the Fiji College of General Practitioners, is hosting a research workshop in Nandi. International speakers hope to encourage our doctors to do research while providing them with the skills to do proper studies. Christopher Chand reports.
There are about 130 private doctors who are members of the Fiji College of General Practitioners and close to 450 in the public sector. While the medical field is making progress, doctors are being encouraged to do more research.
It is unfortunate that we have not seen much research publication in our local Fiji General Practitioner or our WONCA journal in the last several years from our shows, although we are data rich.
One area that needs local research is non-communicable diseases, which could help in the fight against the epidemic.
I'm quite confident that there could be ways of addressing this issue and be able to research the needs of how we can improve our level of care, our type of care we can provide.
The president of the Fiji College of General Practitioners says about 60% of outpatients look up their symptoms on the internet and know what they need before they go to a doctor.
So if we, the doctors, are not able to do our research and know how to research and perform some research, we're going to get left behind.
The goal over the next 2 days is to make better doctors through research. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
The National Disaster Management Office is now finalizing work on the installation of the third early warning system in Ba, as well as creating awareness in the community. The early warning system is due to be commissioned towards the end of the month before it is handed over to the Fiji Meteorological Services. According to DISMAC, this system will assist the communities living along the Ba River to be better prepared during natural disasters.
It's about preparation, prevention, mitigation. The early warning system along the Ba River, it is building capacity, community capacity for the communities along the Ba River.
The Nandi and Rewa rivers each have an early warning system installed as well. FBCTV will be launching yet another locally produced program tomorrow night. For the record, a groundbreaking news current affairs program is at 6:30 p.m. FBC Chief Executive Riyaz Syed Qayyum says this is part of the company's growth plans, introducing content relevant to Fiji. The show will be hosted by well-known personality Pideli Rokotuivuna. Syed Qayyum says the cutting-edge talkback show will pick in issues affecting all Fijians.
I've got a news and current affair background, but that doesn't mean that the current affairs that we will do for FBC, starting with this show called For the Record, will be done the same way. I believe in constant change, so the shots will be different, the questions will be different, the focus will be different. We're going to be focusing more to do with the personal questions, more information, development kind of stories.
The first show will air tomorrow evening, straight after news. Suva's annual flower show is getting bigger and better every year. Currently underway at the Civic Centre, the event has attracted a record number of participants. Erelia Nawandra reports.
The Suva Civic Centre is a sea of colours as members of the Suva Orchid and Horticulture Circle compete for their main prize. Vika Vandinga has won the prize for Best Court Display.
I've been doing this for quite a while. Since my secondary school, I was following my mother's footsteps in joining all this horticulture thing when she used to join horticulture during our colonial days.
Vandinga is a full-time florist and loves everything about her work.
This is one way they can easily work, get their money. They can even sell flowers or do floral arrangement. And I reckon when ladies know how to do this gardening and floral arrangement, I always think highly of them.
Pravina Rai is the advanced class winner. She has been in the horticulture group for the last 10 years.
I'm feeling very happy since I'm in the circle for 10 years and this is the first time I'm the overall winner. So I'm encouraging all the ladies to join our circle or do gardening at home and be with the flowers. It gives us very happiness and freshness.
This flower show is more than 40 years old and promises to run even longer. Erelia Nawandra, FBC News.
In sports, netball players fight for a spot in the Fiji Pearls to take Malawi. And burning rubber racing enthusiasts prepare to take to the tracks tomorrow.
Isambolo binaka, na dango wadi sori ndalai, na makio mani wasini ngono borota kina lali ne kabi, mai na tolu kina bitu, ena moni dingina por rombuka, ena Mbula FM, na bandu ena serre.
सूरज की पहली किरण के साथ दिन की शुरुआत कीजिए। सुबह का मंगल प्रभात आपको शुभ हो। सुबह सुबह हो खुशियों का मेला, ना लोगों की परवाह ना दुनिया का झमेला, पंछियों का संगीत हो और मौसम अलबेला। मुबारक हो आपको ये खूबसूरत सवेरा। हर सोमवार से लेकर शुक्रवार तक सुबह 6 से लेकर 9 बजे तक शामिल रहें रेडियो फीजी 2 पर हम सफर में रविंद्र सिंह के साथ।
Leading FBC Sports tonight, Netball Fiji held trials today to select the Pearl squad to play the Malawi Queens next month. Players from the senior team, the age group teams and some reps hoping to make a return showed up. Malawi will be Fiji's biggest test this year. Shalvin Chand has more.
Malawi is ranked higher than Fiji, and they will give the Pacific champions a good run for their money. Matila Wanganindrola has played the Queens before and knows what it will take to come out on top.
Oh, the Malawi Queens, the last time I played them was 2006, but then they have really improved since then. But and again, they are number 5. They're not there for nothing. They're number 5 in the world. So it's always hard to play against them because they have a totally different style of netball game when it comes to competition. But then it's always a good experience to play against them.
The players believe that they have the goods to deliver a win against a better ranked team.
It's going to be a great match. The intensity of the game will be really high, but we've been doing our prep for the past a month, and now we'll just go out there and just hope for the very best.
And lastly, are you ready?
Hell yeah.
Some players, if selected, will for the first time play against a team from outside the Pacific region.
It's going to be an exciting one because they're top 5 in the world, so it's going to be an exciting game. Actually looking forward to it, and yeah, hopefully it comes out good.
Coaches and selectors will deliberate the shortlist over the weekend and announce the Fiji Pearl squad to face Malawi on Monday. Shalvin Chand, FBC Sports.
Powerlifting Fiji may have to take a smaller team to the Oceania and the Commonwealth competitions due to a lack of money. With an overwhelming turnout at the national trial today, the sport is hoping that cutting down the squad is the last thing they have to do. Shalvin Chand reports.
Powerlifting, like other minor sports, has struggled for its place in Fiji's sporting limelight. Finding sponsorship has never been easy. While Fiji powerlifters stand a good chance at gold medal hauls, there is little support towards this effort.
Well, so much that we will always like to take a good squad, a big squad, because this is where they get to compete with their age groups, and it's wise for development also. So the bigger the squad, I mean, it's better, but that all depends on funding.
The trials today impressed selectors, and it will be tough selecting the few to represent Fiji.
For these young ones, a very good example is Isaiah is repeating his, even though he'll be lifting in a lighter body weight since the last Oceania, but he has unofficially broken the squat record of 2:1, 2.5. He squatted 2:15. So that's an example of what we got for the Oceanias.
Superwoman, 60-year-old Seni Militana remains the undisputed strong woman of Fiji, and her performance today means that she may just push away into the squad.
We would like to take Millie as what she did today. She squatted 170 kilos at ease. So, I mean, I haven't seen any of the open lifters beat her yet. So, I don't think we should deny the chance of giving her a chance to go lift.
Powerlifting hopes that a little more money comes their way, so they're able to take the best team available for the international meets. Shalvin Chand, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Car Club is adamant that the gloomy wet weather will clear out by tomorrow for their quarter-mile sprints at the Taunovo airstrip in Pacific Harbour. And if everything goes according to plan, the club is promising tomorrow's sprints to be a special one. Shalvin Chand again.
The Taunovo airstrip will once again come to life tomorrow as motorsport enthusiasts gather for yet another quarter-mile sprint. The car club expects a record 40 cars this time.
The last event, Fiji Car Club had 35 cars taking part, which is by far the biggest car club I've ever seen since the birth of Fiji Car Club. So this coming tomorrow, we're expecting another 5 cars coming in from the west side. So we are hoping to get around 40 cars this weekend.
While the street legal cars dominate in numbers, the bigger V8s have always generated more interest.
It is. That's why the car club wanted to concentrate more on the drag wars where we only allow street cars to take part. But again, like I said, crowd mostly comes and watch big cars into racing. But slowly the attention is going to small cars.
The car club is hoping that this time around there are more V8 races to give current record holder Ravinath a good race.
Tomorrow we have, as usual, 3 big guns coming out, Ravi Nair, Ravinath and Taus Khan. So from the last few races we see the timing are getting very close to each other. So hopefully this time, Ravinath in fact told me yesterday that he's going to break his own record tomorrow. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully the weather is with us tomorrow, so we'll go from there.
The car sprints start tomorrow at 10 a.m. and the Fiji Car Club again reminds drivers that if they want to drive fast, the sprints is the only place to do it. Shalvin Chand, FBC Sports.
The English Premier League is set to kick off tonight at 11:45 p.m. on free-to-air television, a first for the region. FBC Sports takes a look at 2 top-rated teams that will be in action this weekend. Shalvin Chand talks about the defending champions Manchester United and Liverpool.
The Red Devils, Manchester United or Man U, is probably the most famous football club in the world. They are also the defending champions of the Premier League. In fact, they have won the championship more times than any other club. Man U's home pitch is called Old Trafford. Manchester United have won a record 20 league titles, a record 11 FA Cups, 4 League Cups and a record 20 FA Community Shields. They have also won 3 European Cups, 1 UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, 1 UEFA Super Cup, 1 Intercontinental Cup and 1 FIFA Club World Cup. Some of the key players that will be featuring this weekend against Southampton are Wayne Rooney, Robin van Persie, Nemanja Vidic, Rio Ferdinand, Javier Hernandez and Nani, to name a few. However, the first of the top-rated clubs that will be in action is Liverpool. Liverpool are known as the Reds and are famous for their anthem, "You'll Never Walk Alone." Their home pitch is Anfield. Liverpool FC is one of the most successful clubs in England and has won more European trophies than any other English teams, with 5 European Cups, 3 UEFA Cups and 3 UEFA Super Cups. The club has also won 18 league titles, 7 FA Cups and a record 8 League Cups. Players to watch out for are Steven Gerrard, Luis Suarez, Kolo Toure, Victor Moses, Daniel Sturridge and Felipe Coutinho. Remember, tonight at 11:45 p.m. Liverpool takes on Newcastle, while at 1:45 a.m. tomorrow morning Manchester United takes on Southampton. Shalvin Chand, FBC Sports.
Weather conditions varied across the country today. There were early morning showers in Suva and Savu-Savu, afternoon showers in Lambasa. The Western Division had fine conditions in the morning, turning to cloudy periods in the afternoon. Temperatures were warm in all major centres today. Lautoka had a high of 33 degrees. All other areas were close behind. And a trough of low pressure with associated cloud and showers lies over the northern parts of Fiji and expected to gradually move southwards later tomorrow. Rain and thunderstorms are likely to develop over most of Fiji tomorrow. The outlook for Monday, rain and thunderstorms over most places. The headlines again, civil servants urged to work with pride and patriotism. 5 years on, employment relations promulgation under review. And local doctors told to do more research on non-communicable diseases. To the poll question now, and we ask, should the selection of the Digital Fiji Sevens team be totally controlled by Ben Ryan? Visit www.fbc.com.fj to take part. Remember to send us newsworthy pictures and videos. Email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj. I'll be back again tomorrow. Until then, good night.
Namaste
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मिर्ची रफ्तार से मैं अश्निल सिंह। शामिल हो जाइए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे फ्रॉम 3 to 7 PM।